Today, we'll explore retiring without a pension, what is a traditional pension that we see nowadays, and how to generate income in retirement. I want to thank our sponsor for this video, Harvest ETF. We'll get to them later in this video. I join you from beautiful Kelowna, BC, and I'll do a quick drone shot here to show you how close this forest fire came to my in-laws' house. And so I want to thank our men and women that were fighting the forest fires right across the country this summer. Thank you for your work. It's greatly appreciated, and it definitely saved my in-laws' house, so thank you. So most of you watching this video probably don't have a defined pension plan. Maybe your parents did, your grandparents did. But nowadays, retiring with a defined benefit pension plan, which is a pension plan that gives you a defined benefit, a monthly payment ongoing. Typically, it's adjusted to inflation for the rest of your life, as long as you're alive. And there's typically a survivor benefit if you have a spouse or a common law partner. But today, most people don't retire with a defined benefit pension plan. The landscape has changed, and how you have to generate your income and draw income flow in retirement has completely changed. As I'm here in Kelowna, my in-laws, they were fortunate enough to have defined benefit. We talked to a lot of people that do, but the majority of you watching this will not have it. So how do you replace your pension income that maybe you thought you'd have a defined benefit when you retire and you don't? How do we create that income? How do we save for retirement to make sure that you can actually retire one day? Now, just because you don't have a defined benefit pension doesn't mean you can't retire. It's important to start saving for retirement, utilizing your RSP, TFSA, and other tools, which we'll get to here in a minute. But don't be discouraged. If you don't have a defined benefit plan, it's that much more important to get a retirement plan put together by a professional to map out what you need to be doing leading up to retirement. I always say those last 5 to 10 years before retirement are the most important, because those are the years that you can kind of work that runway. Your 5 to 10 years before retirement is your retirement runway. You can make the adjustments you need to make sure you hit retirement on time with the amount of money, and that your assets are structured in a way to provide the proper cash flow. So what's replaced the traditional income here in Canada? Well, for most of you, you're going to have maybe some sort of savings at work. Now, if you have a work savings plan, not a defined benefit, but maybe a defined contribution or a matching RSP plan, make sure to take full advantage of that. If your company offers a 3% match, make sure you're matching, doing the full 3% matching. It might be a dollar amount. Take full advantage of that, because that is free money to you. A lot of you want to raise, you want to earn more money, but you're not taking advantage of that. So understand what your work offers you, and then make sure you're doing 100% of what you're able to do on that. Change your budget if you need to. Do whatever you have to do to make sure you're maxing out that 100%. Alternative options are going to be RSPs, TFSAs, other ways to save. So if you're only getting, a 3% match at work, that's not going to be enough to provide for your retirement. So you need to make sure you're saving in RSPs, TFSAs, paying into your CPP. Again, when you retire, ideally you have your CPP, your old age security, you have an RSP, you have TFSA, and maybe a bit of a work plan, a defined contribution, or a matching RSP plan. So for most of you, that's what it is. Now, how does this come together and provide income for you in retirement? So when you hit retirement, things change. And if any of you have gone through the retirement planning process with our office or another financial planner, you'll understand that, maybe it is easy to save. And as hard as it is to save, it's easy to buy good investments, good companies, and hold on to those long term. But when you hit retirement, you actually have to start drawing down on those investments and taking income out of your accounts. And it's really hard to do that unless you have a clear plan. And your investment strategy doesn't necessarily have to, but it may need to change when you hit retirement. And where it needs to change is you need to make sure you have the cash flow you require on a monthly and annual basis without disrupting your account. And what I mean by that is selling when the market's down, or not taking that extra trip because, the market's down 20%, so I don't want to sell my stock because I'm taking a haircut on that. But what happens is you delay stuff through retirement and you end up not doing that trip or whatever it is. So ways to generate cash flow in retirement. And again, there's no right answer. Everyone's got a different answer, but here's a few solutions that we've used for clients we've seen come through our office that have worked really well. Dividend paying stocks. And again, not that dividends are the gravy of everything, but it provides that consistent cash flow stream. Owning individual bonds with a bit of a laddered maturity on them. GICs, annuities. These are types of income that can produce really, really good cash flow for you. And as you enter into retirement, you want to look at alternative options as well, new things to the market. And this is why I want to introduce Harvest ETF, the sponsor of this video. Harvest provides ETFs Most of them have a covered call strategy, which provide enhanced income. Now, is this a solution for you? It might be. You need to look into this. You need to look at their products and their solutions that they have. It's a wonderful fund. Invest in Coca-Cola, Nike, Johnson & Johnson, big quality companies that pay dividend with the underlying covered call ETF. So Harvest ETF, thank you for sponsoring this video, and thank you for providing income solutions for retirees in Canada that can be part of their income solution when they transition into retirement. More on Harvest ETF, we'll link them below, as well as what is a cover call. How does that work? We'll put that link below so you can learn all about Harvest ETF, cover calls, and how it may be a great solution for your retirement portfolio.